Good morning, good morning, good morning, my LinkedIn family. I hope you all are fine and looking forward to a great weekend. It's 8:35 a.m. in Toronto on Friday morning, and it's pretty cold out there. We had a bit of snow also. I hope you are well wherever you are. I hope some of you are already with me on this live. Uh, Please make your presence feel. Share from where have you joined in, um, and I will try to recognize um, as many as possible. Um, Masroor has joined in. Thank you very much, Masroor. Uh, Tariq has joined in. Thank you, Tariq. Good evening. Tariq has joined in from India. I will wait for other people to make your make their presence feel. Uh, I'm sure people will join in. Usually, it takes about a couple of minutes after the notification goes out. Uh, and my great mentee for more than 12 years, 13 years, Huzefa from Karachi. Huzefa is a great entrepreneur in the making. In fact, already an entrepreneur and growing, I would say. And he's part of the journey that I am preaching, the growth journey. Uh, and he is doing the right things. Thank you very much, Huzefa, for joining in. Hafiz Babar from Pakistan. Thank you, Hafiz, for joining in. Um, Atikur Rahman has joined in from Islamabad. Thank you very much, Atik. I hope you are well. And some of you have watched the previous four sessions of this series, Growth Talk series. Shafiq has joined in from 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 Lahore or Lahore, Lahore. Where is Lahore? I don't know. So thank you, Shafiq, for joining in. And uh, Mohammed is joining in from where have you joined in, Mohammed? From? Thank you very much for joining in. Kamran from Karachi. Thank you, Kamran, for joining in. So, who has joined in for the first time today? Can you please put yes? If you just say yes, I would know that you have joined in for the first time, um, and that would be good if you continue joining in. I am doing these shows, the growth shows, growth talk shows for 2021 uh, every weekday, so Monday to Friday, and the objective is to help people grow. We had pretty Mogadishu. Mohammed is joining from Mogadishu, Somalia. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. So Tariq says that he has been following the show, and Shafiq says for the first time, Lahore. Yes, that's I was trying to figure out. It can't be Lahore because this is not a place that I am familiar with. Lahore, of course, of course. Thank you very much. So the idea is to help people grow. Very simple. 2020, we all saw, and we're still in the same second wave of COVID. People, were depressed, worried. A lot of people lost jobs. A lot of people lost business revenues. A lot of business closed down. But that does not mean that life ends at that point, right? As human being, we have the capability um, the capability of pivoting. So moving from one point to another point and trying to figure out exactly uh, where our opportunities exist. So my aim in as a coach, as a LinkedIn coach, as a career coach, is to continue these sessions for anyone who is out there. I already have approximately 60,000 connections on LinkedIn, connections as well as followers on LinkedIn, which is a huge community. I used to be big on Facebook. I don't use Facebook that often now, and I've got almost 1,300 following on YouTube. I just started putting in my videos on YouTube also for uh, for the community out there. So at the end of the day, there will be people who would join in the league, and they would try to do something differently and try to learn from these sessions and try and will definitely grow. So today's session, today is Friday, last day of the week, and my plan is that I will speak about one tip every day of the week, and then let me just, yeah, this is better. Every day of the week, and then on Friday we'll do a recap. And I would also request you to ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, then we do not expand the debate. We do not expand the concept. The other thing that I request from all of you who have joined in is to push share button. So if you have joined in on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, there is a share button that you can use. If you push that, this message will go to your followers, to your connections, and that's how we can augment or kind of spread the message to people who are unaware of these sessions. So if you do that, you are also contributing in somebody else's life. Uh, um, I've been coaching and mentoring for over 25 years, and what I see is that if you have a crowd of 100, um, you may only have one or two people who are really, really serious and who would actually make change. And that's it. If 1% or 2% people can change through these discussions, that's a great number. So what we did in the past um 4 days, I would just simply like to recap that, and I've received few questions which I will respond today, and there is one question that Kamran has asked. Kamran, can you put here, if you don't mind, what do you do? Hydro drill seems like you are in the drilling business. So if you could just simply put what do you do, it would make it easier for me to respond to you at your level, right? There could be complex explanations, and there are simpler explanations also. So if you do that, I would be grateful. So in the past 4 days, we have spoken about four ingredients, four ingredients of our growth agenda, and this will continue. So this is going to grow. The number will grow. The first ingredient was identifying your strengths and weaknesses. Um, uh, why so? Because if you do not know your strengths and weaknesses, you can't really develop a strategy at the end of the day. Because if you are weak on something, and you need that weakness to be removed or converted into your strength, then of course you need to know both of those. Finding your USP, unique selling proposition, and this is one question that I will address today, because some of the followers have asked about USP and how do you find that. And third level is build your strategy. Build your strategy as to what you exactly want to achieve, and then focus. So we did an exercise on focusing yesterday. I will repeat that exercise as a recap for today also. So still waiting for Kamran to respond. Uh, but if he's still there, I don't know. But let's see. Let's talk about USP. USP is your unique selling proposition. Uh, how are you different from the rest of the crowd? Um, so, for instance, if I used that analogy yesterday also. If you are an accountant, there are another 100,000 accountants within your circle only. So, how are you different from those accountants? What are some of the skills or qualities or strengths you have that make you unique from rest of the crowd? And if you can do that, and every individual has some uniqueness, if you can do that, that really puts you out there and you will outshine. Another example of this is to make your life easy. I hope Kamran is still with me. Um, so if you go to an apple cart, you are buying apples, and there is an apple cart with 500 apples on it. Gala, maybe Gala is an apple that I eat, so I take Gala um, as a name. So okay, 500 Gala apples. Every Gala apple looks the same on the cart, right? 500 Gala apples. Every Gala apple looks the same. Now, how would you pick one or two Gala apples from that cart? Think about it. You would try to find um, the gala apple which is shining, which looks nice, which has maybe a leaf on top of it, and you pick you pick that one usually, the one which you like the most. Okay, and that one or two or three apples are the apples that stand out, that are unique in that group of 500. This is USP. This is USP. This is how you identify your USP, unique selling proposition. And the fourth point that we discussed yesterday is about focusing. Now, focusing is revealing, because once you focus on something, you learn new things about that. And focusing is something which is not taught in our usual curriculum. Uh, we get lectured a lot on focusing, but nobody teaches us how to focus. So for that, to experience focusing and how it works, I gave a small tip or an exercise to my followers, my LinkedIn family yesterday. I repeat that today for anybody who is joining in for the first time or who missed yesterday's session. As a recap, today I'm giving out that exercise again. So uh, take a white piece of paper, usually A4 size piece of paper, and make a small circle in between, a visible circle, not a dot, but a visible circle, and fill it up with a color. It could be any color. It could be just your ballpoint or pen with black or blue or red maybe, and paste it on the wall or put it on your fridge with a fridge magnet, and then start with a little distance, maybe a couple of feet distance, 3 feet distance. Start looking at the the dot. So when you're looking at it, just see what I'm doing. So my both eyes are looking at a particular dot. So uh, what you will experience is going to be phenomenal. In a while, you will see that dot doing something. That is the point when your focus is not at the dot, which means because your focus is controlled by your brain, um, and then your eyes are directed to look at something. So if you keep doing it, you will learn how to adjust yourself to keep focusing. That is really important, adjusting yourself to keep focusing. And this is going to bring a lot of interesting insights and experiences in your life. So, experiment with that. And these were the 4 points that we discussed yesterday. And I really wanted to recap that and bring these points to the people who have joined me today. So I only wanted to recap, as I said, but I'm happy to take any questions if you may have. Um, and if you don't have any question, this session is usually 15 minutes. Um, So anyone with a question? And if you like these sessions, please keep coming back, and add your comments so that I respond to those comments in the next episode of this thing, this growth talk that I bring every weekday for you. And my agenda is to grow phenomenally in 2021, and I want you all to grow with me. So keep following me, keep joining me, engage on my LinkedIn posts. Um, my community on LinkedIn is huge from across the globe, and if you really want to get the best out of it, uh, come back on my post, comment, share, put your thoughts and ideas, and that will increase your visibility on LinkedIn. So, with that, um, I will wait for some questions to come in. If there are no questions, then I will. I'll say adios. So if there are any questions, please type in now, and it usually takes about 30 seconds for the question to appear on my screen, because there is a delay between uh, between LinkedIn and StreamYard, which is the platform uh, we use. So we had only one. Kadir, thank you very much for your appreciation. I'm only doing whatever small contribution I can make, um, and the idea is to engage more and more people on this growth talk sessions, and I hope we'll have more people coming in and joining in, and we'll have more interesting discussions um, in the times to come. But those discussions are now available on YouTube also, Facebook, as well as on LinkedIn. Um, so, Kamran, I have responded to your question. Hopefully, uh, it is now clear for you what USP is, unique selling proposition, and why do you need that? Is to identify or to stand out, identify yourself amongst the crowd, and to stand out, to outshine your competition. You need to have um, a USP, and every individual has a USP. It's just a matter of identifying that USP. So great. I am thankful to those who have joined in. I already have almost 100 views to this session, and I'm sure. Well, yeah, there is a question: how to avoid obstacles and dis- destruction, disruptions, maybe. Uh, See, so there will always be obstacles. If we foresee those obstacles beforehand, then we can always figure out how to avoid those obstacles. And this is the overall discussion is leading us to identify. I have not spoke. So the first session was about technically was about SWOT analysis, right? So strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. But I only focused on the strengths and weaknesses on the first session. Opportunities and threats section is perhaps going to be the last section in this whole scheme. So we will always have issues. We will always have obstacles. Um, generally speaking, even when you get up in the morning and drive on the road and go to work and then come back and have your cup of tea, there are always issues. But as human beings, we know how to handle those issues. We just have to keep exploring our strengths and keep converting our weaknesses into our strengths. The next question from Shafiq is about negative thoughts. Um, and on this, We all get negative thoughts also, but the point is, if you know that this is a negative thought, can you not leave that thought at that moment and point? If you know that's a negative thought, and of that negative thought, there will always be an offshoot of some positive things that are happening. So people often do not appreciate what they have, but they mourn on what they don't have, right? So that is how you lead to negative thoughts. If you start appreciating what you have, what you can do is more important than thinking about what you can't do. Okay. So keep thinking about what you can do. That it could be as little as helping someone fix one line in his or her CV, as simple as that, or removing a stone, a rock from the road. As I was growing up, that was one of the example my father used to give me. So if you can do that, that's fine. This is how world moves on. World does not move on negative thoughts. World moves on positive things. People like you and me, so many other people do contribute. We have Rosie joining in from Philippines. Thank you very much for joining in. You have joined in towards the far end of the session, but thank you very much. I hope you will rewind and listen to this session throughout, because this is about growth talk, and I bring this session every weekday from Monday to Friday. So hopefully, as our uh, group is growing, people who are interested in growing in 2021 uh, are coming and joining in these sessions. We will have people from all over the world. So there is a time when I would have people joining in my live from literally from Dubai, from India, from Philippines, as you just joined in, from Malaysia, from the US, from Canada. Um, so this is how the good words and the good work spread. So help me spread this word, share this live session with your followers just by pushing in the share button, and this is how we all will together help others to grow also. So thank you very much. I'm already 23 minutes in the session. I usually try to keep it between 15 to 20 minutes so that we can I can grab the most attention from all those who join in. And with that, come back on Monday morning. Well, my Monday morning in Toronto. It may be your evening or afternoon. Come and join in, and we will have another uh, interesting discussion or series of discussion next week on growth agenda. How do we grow in um, in 2021? Rehan Khan, thank you very much for joining in. And if you all have any question, you can always DM me. Um, and I try to respond to all the DMs, but depends on how busy I am on that particular moment. Thank you very much. A small promo about services that I provide, and wish you all the best and a very, very happy weekend, excellent weekend, and a year that is full of prosperity and growth for you. A bit of promo for you.